Definitely.
is loading in. So let's go ahead and jump into that one.
Definitely. And
Woo!
who are they facing right now? I'll
They
find
would
that for you.
they will be facing.
Wildfire.
Oh yeah, that is. Oh, okay. Yeah, this should
Unless
be.
unless this hasn't been updated.
I feel like it would have been, but who knows? Um,
Oh, we got FB going on.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So this is not too skilled. This is
No, this is Vortex versus Primal Rage potentially.
yeah. So it's either Primal Rage
There
or
we go.
it's DK Esports.
I've got a streamception going on right now.
Get it together, Satori.
It's fine. I'm watching Failco watch us. That's all it is. I've got so many tabs open, but they're loading in the game right now. Another Siren Strand game.
So
And it looks like it.
It is Primal Rage.
Yes.
Because it's zero. I see zero. All
I was thinking Two Skilled versus Wildfire. That's why I got mixed up. But nonetheless, pretty almost. I was about to say almost mirrored comps, but that's not the case right now, as it's on Vortex's side. Margrave, Beckett, Charnock, Gnosis, and Wu. A pretty brawly comp versus Uncle Sven, Margrave, Beckett, Ramsey, and Mozu. And this is definitely a team comp that Team Vortex is going to want to just all out brawl. As you see right now,
Good lead.
Mike Trax got a little bit aggressive in there and now has to disengage, just trying to make sure no one got low. Everybody got super low during that fight, and Schmooglydorf getting taken down really low as well might be able to escape. And really good peel for the front line. This is a really strong comp for Vortex, I feel.
Absolutely. But like you said, it's going to really depend on who can get to D. They did summon. They do have a Cyclops up. I can't not keep like Cyclops and Cerberus like just constantly mix in my head. But anyway, they got the Cyclops up. It's going to be a little bit difficult to get that point now. But it looks like they're going to rotate. They're going to go for C. It is a Cerberus. They do know that they're there. Absolutely. One person responding right now, doing a good whatever amount of damage that they can. I think they're gonna have to retreat though.
Yeah, they are gonna have to retreat right now as Margrave is deflecting shots for everybody, trying to get them backed up. But
woo!
There's a save. Mozu blinking in, trying to get the Margrave. Thought he was a little bit lower, but and saw all four of them. They're just like, you know what? We're going to keep on pushing in as Zero is looking for it. The Stomp is going to be able to stop that. Everybody's really low on Team Vortex. And the question is Primal Rage going to be able just going to let them reset? And it looks like it is.
Yeah, but they did end up getting a kill. So they are ahead by 10. And they have D, so they're going to be ahead by 30. They're going to need to do something. They're going around. They're trying their best, but they're there to answer. Everyone on both teams just hanging out right now, fighting, doing whatever they can.
Two-man stand. Margrave does have the focus. Is he going to have to use it? Oh, the bug! The charge bug!
Oh,
getting knocked up.
no.
Keeps him in place and ends up getting a kill for there as Beckett falls as well. Primal Rage is going to get the first push of this. 60-100.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it, especially since they already have control of D. They don't really need to do anything else over there. Right now, if they're trying to defend these creatures, I would like them to upgrade. They're probably just going to defend the wound as best as they can. I really have to sneeze, and it's not happening. But they're coming in. They're doing a little bit of damage on F. They're going to get it low, probably, and then just retreat. Not going
Got
for the
about
win.
hitting a whole four people, maybe potentially five at that, but
where's the follow-up?
Four for sure. Oh. No real follow-up. Margrave is taken down about half health, but not the target you want to be focusing at this point. Zero trying to get some shots, but Margrave is trying to block as well. Ends up stunning the creature and has no cooldowns now or stamina. 1 second on charge, ends up charging away.
Oops.
And might be able to go in. They want to might try and dive it, but it does not look like it's going to happen. Battle Ninja Y getting taken down to less than 25% health, and now it's just a relax and reset. Or maybe a Shmoo wants to get a little bit aggressive. That's perfectly fine. A little bit of lag right there?
It looked like a little bit of jumpy
Lag?
lag.
Lag? Hello?
But it's so unfortunate. That was such a great engage, a 3-man staggering leap, and then a 4, potentially 5-man ground and pound. The team wasn't there, and it's so unfortunate because they have the team composition that works really well. They have the Charnock, they have the Beckett, they have the
Another
Nasus.
bug.
Oh
But
no! Leaps.
2 bugs in a row, but it ends up letting him survive right there.
They're everywhere. Poor Margrave.
It's like, oh no, he's gonna go down again. The leaps over the entire team. Okay, he's fine. Never mind.
Oh man. But they did get killed somewhere along the road. They are ahead by 10, but they need to get either D or C. They can't just keep sitting back here. They're going in whenever they can, but they just keep getting pushed back. Right now, I feel like the Margrave or the Nasus, or the friendly Margrave Nasus, need to kind of defend their team. With Ramsey going in the back, Margrave going in the back, Mozu doing a lot of damage and deflecting shots like crazy.
Margrave going to C.
Yeah, they're gonna go for that. But they just run past it, do a little bit of damage, and then leave. It's just all right, bye.
Yeah, they're just drawing their attention so Charnock and Wu can actually get a lot of damage on D right now. They might actually be able to take it. Maybe not at this time, because now they're disengaging. Everybody realized what they were doing and used the Sven bounce pad to come back up. You didn't hear that, by the way, but it is 70-60, still in the lead of TeamVortex.
Yep, but D is coming up now, and that's going to make that power difference by 30 yet again. I'm not sure if they should do this right now, just because they just did, and I can't imagine that PrimalRage will fall for it again.
Yeah, because now 3 people are turning their attention over to Margrave. A good stun, keeping him in place, but leaps over everybody. The charge might have to use it to get out, but he's just going to wait for stamina to get to the bloomer and survive. Vortex at this point, they have the team comp that they just want to brawl. They want a 5-man just pub stomp, essentially, at this point. But they're not going to be able to do it, as now they're all 5 stacking right now to C right now. Because now, if they take this creature, that'll give them 10 power, and then the creature on E is going to give them the push. Margrave doing what he can to stun out the 2 range DPS, as now the Nasus Labyrinth is going to go out and not get a little bit of damage off.
But if they kill the creature, that's it. No.
They do kill PrimalRage does get the creature, or PrimalRage does end up getting the push, but they got the 100 shield. Almost an execute. If this could be bad for him, it is an execution. Ramsey picking up the last kill, and this is going to be an easy wound for PrimalRage.
Yeah, this absolutely. There's no reason why they can't finish that off. They might actually they're going to get elo. They're going to go for the wound, and then they're just going to kill E and leave, and they're not going to be able to do anything about it. It was a good plan, but it was just not executed the way that they wanted it to. The Margrave, the friendly Margrave that we're watching, he actually did really well. He did all that he could, disrupting the damage dealers as much as possible just to peel for his team. He knew he wasn't going to do that much damage against the enemy the Cerberus, but they didn't get it fast enough. And if they had actually killed the creature first and gotten the push, and then they got
quick rotations.
Ooh, yeah.
Margrave does get getting a ground and pound. He's really low, might not be able to get his ground and pound off, but he actually did at that time. But Ramsey ends up picking up the kill, maybe with his just the poison ticks was enough to get it out. But the death recap is blocking it. 4 people down on TeamVortex, and it's now 20-70.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that play, truthfully. They just got collapsed on both sides. It was just like an AoE war. It was the ground and pound that Vortex wanted earlier. That's the difference. They actually had the follow-up. Beckett, I'm pretty sure she used airstrike, and Ramsey was there to do some damage. Sven was throwing flasks everywhere. That was what Vortex wanted to happen in the beginning, and it didn't. And now they kind of had a taste of their own medicine. But they're coming back.
Jump attack. No. I've had that happen so many times before, so I know the feel. The ground and pound didn't really hit anybody right there, but they're just trying to keep it busy. It's a 40-100 push in the favor of PrimalRage.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the problem right now. Vortex is just kind of like falling apart slowly. They're trying to make these plays, and it's not working out. You know, they didn't kill the Cerberus in time, and then they didn't get the Bloomer, and now that Bloomer's upgraded. They got collapsed on. Now they're losing this third push by 60 power, and you know, yeah, maybe they're holding Primal Rage back over here. They're all here between D and F, but it doesn't really matter if they're just gonna keep losing pushes. Eventually, the Guardian will do enough damage by herself, and you know they're eventually gonna lose this game unless they can figure something out right now.
Yeah, this is why a lot of the newer teams, instead of just like they they're not sure when like the best opportunity is to go for that wound, so they're just gonna opt to like get a creature low to be able to get a free 10 power, which is a good choice for a safe bet right there. Man, now they're just trying to get a little bit of poke in, and Primal Rage just retorting back. They might actually. They don't really want to go for C because it is an obelisk. It's not going to get power. They're just going to channel it for Primal Rage, and not sure what could happen at this point. Anything can happen in a matter of a split second.
Yeah, it's a little bit it's definitely very difficult now for Vortex just because of the C point being an obelisk. Yeah, Primal Rage will have to go back and channel that manually, but because it's an obelisk, it doesn't matter if they rotate for it because it's not worth anything. You know, yeah, they killed it. Whoop-de-doo. If they all get out, you know, I've said this many times today. If they don't all get out, it's not worth it because you're letting the enemy team get more power than you're going in for.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And they want to. Looks like the Team Vortex is getting ready to rotate over now, trying to get a staggering leap onto Zero. Does hit the cripple, but just charges out because everybody got a little too poked out. A 3-man stun getting hit by Team Vortex. The pull taken down about half health, might be able to survive with the debuff immunity. He is going to be able to survive. Staggering leap. Maybe no, he's not going to staggering leap.
No, there's no follow up by his team. They're all too low.
This is like, yeah, this is a really good comp for Vortex because they want to. This is a comp that they want to sit down and just brawl at. But at the same time, Primal Rage does have the balance comp to just be able to poke them out before they can do any other aggression in there. As now Margrave, as you see, getting taken down less than 70% health. Mozu and Sven in the back, just trying to get some crack armor, a little bit of flank. Chaos Quap hitting 2 people to pull onto Sven, but bounces away. Oh, the bonus health from the focus does end up letting him survive and to even push now, but D is now channeling to give Primal Rage the 20 power lead that they need.
See, now this has become the thing now. With only 80 from D, right now they need to make a decision. And again, this was said in chat, so they're kind of 2 steps ahead of us because I already had this in my head, but Zatori's been talking so much.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding. You're fine. But he's right. With C having to be manually channeled, they can wait to go back and someone can attack D while they assault C and just contest them for a little while. You know, but right now that doesn't seem to be what they're actually doing. You know, C already gets captured, but they could have gone in, they could have stopped them, they could have possibly gotten a couple kills because that is their power. Yeah, it's just an obelisk, but that's the power that they need to get the push. So they're going to defend it the best that they can. And if Vortex had got a couple kills, which they could have, they very well could have, that would have been their push, for sure. Or they could have just gotten a control of D and just accepted that they were going to lose the push, but they didn't do either choice. And now it's going into Clash. They haven't even gotten a single push yet. They still don't have control of D, and C is now an upgraded creature. We don't even know what it is anymore. So it's not looking good for Vortex at all.
Yeah, probably just probably a Cerberus at that point. Since there's no since there's no wall there, it's safe to assume that it is a Cerberus. And 2 people were looking to rotate over to D while Beckett is on the Primal Rage's B point. Just trying to Margrave decides to push in a little bit just to try and get keep them busy here. but the staggering leap ends up missing it, unfortunately, and wanted to try and go the long way, but it is a Cyclops to keep that wall up from any kind of back flanking from everybody.
Yeah, and this is also the unfortunate thing about Vortex right now. They just hit their level 5s, or at least the Margrave that we're watching just did. They've already been behind in not just pushes, but experience, in positioning. It's just been really difficult. A good leap though. Oh, they bounced on something.
Yeah, the bounce pad ends up pushing him a little bit further and just takes a lot of damage. Less than half health, just from trying to engage on somebody right there. But now you can see Beckett's in the back line right now, just trying to harass over at B, and just to try and keep on getting it low to eventually give them a 20 power. But he's just playing it safe to get a little bit of poke once he sees somebody run away. But it looks like he still might be fighting over there.
Yeah, Schmoogly Doof doing his normal doing his normal kind of hit and run tactics, but he actually did bite off a little more than he could chew playing against Zeru. Those two were competing were team members at one point. Now they're competing against each other, but they're very evenly skilled. Margrave going in to try to make up the deficit. The enemy Mozu Death Ray kind of doing not a lot of damage, but enough to make them leave. They make them want to say, okay, we're going to get out of here.
Yeah, definitely. And now it's going to come down to one kill for PrimalRage to be able to get them another push. Schmooglydorf is still just trying to go and decides to take 2 other people with him to not go alone. Might want to be careful around that wall because it could insta-gib somebody if they're not expecting it. But now all 4 people going over to C right now just to make sure it's just to keep it busy. But everybody taking a lot of damage. Chaos Quaff hitting a lot of people. Ground and Pound does end up keeping everybody in place. 2 people now down. 3 people down. A double kill for the PrimalRage's Margrave. Woog ends up going down as well, and Schmooglydorf is the last one alive.
Yeah, and this
might be able to salvage this.
This definitely has to be the game.
Everybody's respawning right now, so you never know.
That is true. That is very true. But
they might be able to. A really good ground and pound could do it right here as he tries to go onto the back line. Ground and pound hits 2 people, gets a kill off, gives them a little bit of shield, but it's going down way too fast. As now PrimalRage ends up taking the victory from TeamVortex.
Good game, though. Definitely
really good game.
So what do we have left?